Here's what I tell people about Lonzo coming back. You got to come back when everything is
Right.
situated the right way, and it's not. On the fact that you keep going in there, and these guys don't know what's wrong with his knee.
Yeah.
But with the training that he's getting and the stuff that he's getting done to him, it's not right. And so until he get the right surgery and then get back over here with me, that's when he gonna be fine. So he got to get back to LA, but with me, not with these other people with these rubber bands and all this stuff.
Got breaking news involving Lonzo Ball, ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy. And this is the news that I believe we all have been waiting for. Coach Billy Donovan came out today and stated some emphatic statements. Zoe is on his way back, y'all. All the haters, all of the critics, you've been lied to, you've been bamboozled, you've been hoodwinked and led astray.
But if he's out for a week, he's out for a week. Oh, he's out for 6 months. Oh, why y'all keeping track of it? Just let him do whatever he does to get back to where he need to be.
Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Billy Donovan said Lonzo was back in town last week. He praised his positivity and voiced optimism that the most recent procedure has worked. And you want to know why? Because the pain that he was experiencing has been completely eliminated, ladies and gentlemen. We all know, we're gonna break it all down. It was wild, man, with this Lonzo situation. It seems like it feels like it's coming to an end. I gotta point that out. It's definitely been rough, with this whole entire Lonzo Ball situation. The Chicago Bulls are not. They have not reached their full potential. As you stare down the Eastern Conference, they should be right up there with the Sixers, the Bucks, the Celtics. The Heat. They should be in that top 5 range, but clearly, due to the services of Lonzo Ball, it hurt. Now, let me tell you something. Lonzo Ball, what he was averaging, he was averaging 13 points, 42. He was shooting 42% from the field and 42% from 3. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. We all know what he was doing defensively. His production, what he meant to this team, was so much more than the stats that I just read to you, because when you look at these numbers, they're going to start to get tricky. Lonzo Ball was the Chicago Bulls. He was the heartbeat, the soul, the engine, everything. After Lonzo has left, this team has gradually declined to the point where you're thinking that they should just close. It's over. I'm telling you right now, with Lonzo Ball's impending return, I don't believe that nobody's getting traded right now. With Lonzo Ball and the optimism, I think the Zach LaVine deal is on hold. I think the DeMar DeRozan deal is on hold. Everything that you've been hearing is on hold right now. But you heard it here from Flight Sports. Ain't nothing moving until they see this team with Lonzo Ball again. And it was a lot of things. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe for more news updates and more. Shout out to the big baller himself. You already know LeVar Ball, the CEO of Big Baller Brand. He was on Flight Sports. He comes here, frequently. Shout out to the big baller, bringing exclusivity, to Flight Sports. It was so much things that was said, that it might have went over a lot of people's heads. But a lot of this stuff that we hearing, before we knew it was another surgery, LeVar he told us what was going down. Now it was up for us to decipher, what we wanted to decipher from it. But it was all laid out. Before the surgery was announced, LeVar Ball said that Lonzo would need the right surgery. Clearly, that has happened, and we're gonna break down with this whole entire duration. Not like I said, I want to repeat to the people, Ball is not expected to return to the Bulls this season, but the absence of pain is a huge marker for his recovery as an athlete and a person. He experienced chronic pain in everyday activities, ladies and gentlemen, for at least a year before that cartilage procedure. Like I said, this is a huge relief. Ball's tenure with the Bulls, started when he was acquired via sign and trade ahead of the 2021-22 campaign. Um, and we all know, like I said, they was the number one seed in the East. The star-studded duo of Lonzo, Zach, DeMar, Vooch, and you had AC. I mean, it seemed like they had the perfect blend of what was needed to be successful in the league today. But it was a wild, nasty thing that happened. Initially, Ball was sidelined in January 2022 to undergo surgery to repair a meniscus tear in his left knee. The expectation was he would miss 6 to 8 weeks and return in time for the postseason. Yet he never did that, y'all. And the Bulls fell to the number 6 seed and lost in the first round. Ball needed another surgery after the 2021-22 campaign and ended up missing the 2022-23 season. Like I said, it was wild. In September 22, he said that he even going up and down stairs and stuff is still painful. He then underwent a cartilage transplant in March, and he was not expected to be back either. But this was the big situation. Like I said, the UCLA product, the Chino Hills product, we all know. Has $21.4 million player option on his deal for the 2024-25 campaign. He's going to exercise it. And shout out to Rich Paul for getting this deal situated. And like he's going to have an opportunity to play for a new contract. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the money that he, signed here due to the injury issues, but what he brought to the Bulls, what he brought to, the game is immense. And with Lonzo being out and the Bulls just tailing off like they have, it shows his importance, immensely. I think a lot of people took Lonzo Ball's game for granted. They didn't really want to put him up there where he needed to be. But I think now all that's over. The Bulls, they would be absolute foolish when Lonzo gets back to not deliver the ball in his hands and say, lead us to the promised land. We tried. We cannot do it without you. And they know it. DeMar, Zach, it's a mess. Somebody got to come in here and iron this whole thing out. And Lonzo is gonna save everybody's jobs. The execs, the coaches, save people in the city of Chicago. This team deserves to see it through with Lonzo back at the helm. Remember what he said. This team was made for him. You understand? They built this team for Lonzo, and it was evident. Listen, I ain't gonna say no more. The Chino Hills prodigy will return, and there's not nothing anybody could do about it. You heard it here first at Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. Shout out